Hey, let's see. Are we good to go? Let's make sure all the tech stuff is in place. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. What are we at? Monday the 25th. It's Patrick Allman from Stop Doing Nothing. If you're tuning in for the weekly broadcast, or excuse me, the daily broadcast, it seems we've been going live daily these days. I've got some real quick tips for you on those Mondays like today, which I call like the can't even Mondays. You know how you wake up and you're just laying there and you're thinking about all that crap you have to deal with, and you're one of those people that loves that phrase, I can't even deal with today. I can't even deal with my coworkers. I can't even deal with the crap I have to do. I can't even deal with the traffic. If you're one of those people and you love being in a bad mood, then this is not the right place for you. But I've got a couple of things here that I think I want you to review mentally and psychologically to help you kind of twist that attitude around. So as always, fill up your coffee cup. I just finished for those of you who've never seen my awesome coffee cup right there, I am on that was my second cup of coffee. I might take a break, have some water for a while, and work on the third one. But let's go over these tips right now. And as always, thank you for watching. Let's get started. Oh, come on, computer, do your thing. Well, you know what? Is our freaking intro not going to play? Oh my goodness gracious. Well, you see, there's my Monday right there. Okay, it's not a big deal. It's a small minor thing. Okay, I've got a cool intro for you guys, and it's not going to play today. So, you know what? Trust me, my Monday's having some challenges too. But we will make it through that. So let's cover these quick tips here, and I'll let you get back to your day. As always, pop into the comments below. Let me know where you're watching from, who you are, where you're tuning in from, how your morning is going. Are you a coffee person? Are you a tea person? Whatever. And for those of you listening on the podcast, I would suggest after we get done with the show, I export the audio over into a podcast. For those of you listening on the podcast, I would suggest you hop over to Facebook or YouTube and watch the live video show because I'm talking to the camera right now. And as always, for those of you watching live on video, hop over into the podcast and subscribe there and rate us on iTunes. Okay, you know what? Here we are. Second to last week. No, this is actually the last week of November. So last week of the second month in the third quarter, I like to kind of quantify our time periods here. We're going to slide from this weekend down into December, and that's calling it quit for 2019. When December comes around, that's really it right there. And so today we're going to talk about really quick, and I'll probably do this on most Mondays, kind of give you a little bit of a kick in the ass to let you know what, things are not that bad no matter how crappy of a weekend you had or how bad last weekend was. And this is all mindset work right here, okay? I could put some corny Monday mindset hashtag on this or whatever, but this is just typical mindset stuff. Motivation and inspiration and getting things done in the world, there's no great secrets to it. And that's what I like to tell people. There's no amazing, great secrets to getting up, standing on your own 2 feet, and doing amazing things in the world. It's the simple stuff. It's the basic stuff. And so today, Monday, 10 o'clock Central on November 25th, I'm going to remind you of some of the basics if you're having a can't even moment, okay? The first one I like to remember is that when you're having challenges in your life, whether it's food stuff or car stuff or stub toe stuff or plumbing stuff or bad coffee stuff, I want you to remember the mindset that in all of these problems or all these bad moments you're having on a Monday or that you had this weekend, that compared to the grand scheme of things in life, your problems are relatively minor. Now, I don't want to discount them. We all have some shitty moments. We really do. Trust me, I've had 3 or 4 myself this morning. We all have shitty moments. But in the grand scheme of things, you know what? Things are not that bad. For example, when you have plumbing issues, which I myself have had this morning, you know what? Think about that. Oh my goodness. Isn't that rough? In your house, with predefined plumbing that somebody else did, you had a plumbing problem. Oh, goodness gracious. Aren't you great you're not having to go to the bathroom outside, or you're not having overflowing sinks and things like that outside? So the first mindset thing I want you to kind of change yourself is write down the things that have happened to you to cause a shitty day, if you will, and kind of think of the things in the world and the other things going on in your life, and really how big of a deal is it? We all love to dramatize. We really do. And there are some things that are worth blowing up. There are some things that are worth over dramatizing. I absolutely promise you that there are some things worth that. However, that's the 20%. Matter of fact, that might even be the 10%. I'm a big fan of the 80-20 rule of everything. And more often than not, the big things that we have in our life, those are the minor things. We like to make a big deal out of the minor things. And we have to stop that. You know what? You spilled your coffee from Starbucks as you were driving to work. Woe is you. Oh my goodness gracious. You had to stop and get gas in your vehicle, which is paid for, and it put you 5 or 10 minutes behind. Woe is you. Now, I really don't mean to blow off problems for those of you that are having some serious problems. But most of us, me included, just like to make a big deal out of the small stuff. What is the big stuff? The big stuff is health. Are you having health issues? Are you having life or death issues? Are you having relationship issues? Are you having money issues? You know what? Those are the big issues. Work on those. Let's focus on those. Sorry, I'm making sure everything here technically is working. Everything else outside of those, what did I say again? Health issues, life or death issues like cancer, and we all have friends who are dealing with that, and death. Money issues and relationship issues. Those 4 right there. Outside of those 4, you know what? Other things are pretty minor. They really are. I may have skipped a few there, but do me a favor. If your issues today are not in one of those 4 buckets, take a chill pill, okay? The second one I wanted to cover here with you is, are you having a bad day? When you're talking about I can't even, are you having a bad day or a bad couple of moments? I saw a meme like this floating around there for Facebook a while. It says, is this something literally like that? Are you having a bad day? Are you having a bad 5 or 10 minutes that you're milking out into your entire day, basically trying to dramatize it and just make sure, oh, you know what? For the rest of the day, you're going to complain about what a crappy day you had because you had a bad 5 minutes in the morning. I'm a big fan of sulking and self-pity, but for a very short period of time. So if you had a bad moment, if you had a bad incident, you know what? Pull your car over, don't do this when you're driving, but pull your car over and pout, or cry, or scream, or do whatever you want to do. Get it out of your damn system, okay? You are allowed to have bad moments. I have plenty of bad moments, and if you ever saw me pulled over into a Starbucks parking lot screaming at myself, you'd think I was batshit crazy. But I promise you I'm not. I'm just having a bad moment. We're all allowed to have bad moments, but don't let the bad moment affect everything else around you and affect the rest of your day, if you will. Bad moments come and go. We're going to have bad moments and good moments during the day, but don't let that bad moment determine your entire day. Get it out of your system, move on, because you know what? We've got shit to do in this world, and we can't sit there and feel sorry for ourselves all of the time. And the last one off the top of my head, and by the way, I'm always enjoying hearing your tips in the comments below, is I can promise you that whatever issue you had today, it's fixable. You know what? I haven't spilled coffee on myself today, but I love that because I love people that just really think spilling coffee on themselves is a horrible, horrible big deal. I haven't spilled coffee on myself today, but you know what? Spilling coffee on yourself is fixable. Getting to work a little bit late, you know what? It's time. You can't go back in time. It's not fixable, but it's not a tragedy. Stubbing your toe, you'll get over it. The pain will go away. Almost all of the first world problems we're having, and by the way, I'm assuming that if you're having a bad morning today on Monday the 25th, that you're having a first world problem. Everything that we have as far as problems in the first world, let's not say everything. Most things we have, the vast majority of them are fixable. Again, let's talk about the big 4 that I was talking about before. Relationships, life and death, health, and money issues. Those are the 4 that I'm talking about off the top of my head right now. There are even things in those are fixable. You know, money issues can be fixed. Relationship issues can be fixed. Minor health issues can be fixed. And, you know, life and death issues we definitely cannot fix. So almost everything we're having as far as problems in the first world really are fixable. And so even when you have a crappy day, remember that your problems are not permanent. Unless you lose a finger, you lose a limb, you know, you lose a loved one, or you've got cancer, we can work on these issues and get through them. So again, this is for those of you who, or you might even want to tag somebody or share this with somebody who loves to say they're having a case of the Mondays. Oh, I'm having a case of the Mondays. That was popular even before the movie Office Space came out, and then when it was even in there again. For those of you that love to hate on Mondays, that love sharing that I'm having a shitty Monday memes, you might try turning your attitude around a little bit, because there are, like I said, there are the things that we're talking about. They're minor things usually, unless they're one of the big four. They're usually just bad moments, not bad entire days, and we can fix this stuff. We really can. So I don't want to say man up or woman up, but sometimes also we really do have to toughen up and plug your way through it. There's no avoiding the day, if you will. You can't wake up and say, oh, you know what, I don't want to Monday. I don't feel like doing Monday. Because you know what? Tuesday is the same thing as Monday, and Wednesday is the same thing as Monday. Not a darn thing in the world is different about the first day of the week, other than the stuff we just mentally and psychologically place in our heads. So do yourself a favor, woman up, man up a little bit, okay? I'm not here to coddle you. I'm not here to rock you to sleep and make you think everything's going to be better. There are going to be some shitty moments in this day, but I promise you that we will get through it together. And if you have any comments, or if you want to message me privately and ask me how to get through a particular problem, you know I'm a brother. I will help you out, and we will get through this together. So as always, thank you for watching. If you're listening on the podcast, rate and subscribe for us, okay? And if you're listening on YouTube, give us a quick thumbs up and rate it there. And as always, if you're listening on the podcast, I'd like to encourage you to go over and watch the Facebook Live and subscribe on YouTube. And same if you're on YouTube, go over and subscribe to the podcast over on Facebook Live. You know what? Let's get through this Monday together. It's not that bad, okay? Take care, my friends, and we will talk to you tomorrow.